they're so afraid of the policy implications of acknowledging the truth that they're just saying, we won't even acknowledge the truth. The fact that at least I've been wrong about things before should reinforce the fact that maybe we're wrong right now and we should be open to changing our minds.
I feel like that's one of the biggest issues I have when debating MAGA Republicans is that they can never admit they're wrong about anything. I feel like you could put them in a corner and you could give them facts like you do 24/7, and it doesn't matter to them. They'll just make things up as they go. I mean, you could, I feel like if Donald Trump said the earth is flat, they would believe the earth is flat. How do you have a conversation with those people?
No, it's really hard. And I have a chapter in the book, The Echo Machine, which is what are facts? And it's not what are the facts, because that's not even the question. The question is what are facts? And unfortunately, people, and this is both Republicans and Democrats, Democrats are only a little bit better at this. When given statements and asked, determine whether this is a fact or an opinion type statement, most of Americans have problems doing that consistently. So like if I told you chocolate ice cream is the best, you would of course say that is an opinion. Even if I could show you surveys where Americans overwhelmingly prefer chocolate ice cream, that still wouldn't make it a fact. It's still a statement of opinion. And unfortunately, in the Trump era with alternative facts and all of this stuff, we have a fundamental problem even identifying, are we talking, is this a factual conversation or is this an opinion question? And if you lack that, where do you even go from there?
That's a good point. If you're just joining us, he's David Pakman. His new book is The Echo Machine, How Right-Wing Extremism Created a Post-Truth America. An example of that, David, is you could tell people Donald Trump is a 34-count felon. They'll say, oh, it was rigged. It was a rigged court, a kangaroo court. You can tell people that Donald Trump is a liable sexual abuser. Oh, it was rigged. E. Jean Carroll is not a credible source. Again, you give them facts. You can disagree with the outcome, but he's still a 34-count felon, and then they can't even come to grips with that. They won't even admit that.
That's right. And the example I use in the book is of climate change, which is they are so afraid about the policy implications of acknowledging that climate change is real and it's affected by humans on Earth, that they won't even acknowledge the facts. Now, my view is let's acknowledge that it's happening. Let's acknowledge that humans are impacting it. That's the starting point for figuring out policy. It doesn't have to be that you lose your SUV and your gas grill if you acknowledge that humans are playing a role here. We would then figure out, given that humans are playing a role, what should we do? I want to keep my SUV as much as anybody else, but maybe we make it an electric SUV like I have. And then we go from there to generating the electricity in a renewable way. But they're so afraid of the policy implications of acknowledging the truth that they're just saying, we won't even acknowledge the truth.